Hello, everyone. How are you? Hey, you know what happened on Monday Night Raw? Um, First Raw for the month of May. The draft is completely over with now. Um, Raw Talk, which is kind of like a show, 30 minutes, like recapping you what happened Monday Night Raw and stuff. They did the rest of the draft after Raw went off the year. Before I get into the complete draft results of night two, there was some matches that happened Monday Night Raw. Omos defeated a jobber within a few seconds. I took that as my time to go basically use my washroom, grab a water, go outside. That's basically my break match right there. The Alpha Academy took on Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Chad Gable, Ricochet started off. Again, they did like exchange holds, reversals, amateur wrestling going on there. I like seeing that, but these guys have done it multiple times with each other, so change it up. Braun Strowman, Otis tagged in. They basically did the exact same moves to each other in the corner. Then Braun Strowman knocked down Otis, and then Ricochet jumped off the shoulders of Braun Strowman with a swanton bomb on Otis for the 1-2-3 in a fast match. At least Chad Gable didn't take the pin. Bayley and Dakota Kai went to Adam Paris and wanted an opportunity to face Liv Morgan and Miguel Gonzalez for the women's tag team titles. Adam Paris said if you can beat them in a non-title match, you'll get an opportunity at the title. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. It was a lot better when Gal Gonzalez wasn't in the match. When she did get in, she did 6 moves of doom. Dakota Kai kicked out. Well, and Bayley reversed some of the moves what Gal was going after, because if you only do 6 moves, they're going to know how to reverse them over a period of time. At one point, Dakota Kai almost got a free count on Liv Morgan, but Liv kicked out the nick of time. Liv hit Oblivion and a Code Breaker on Dakota Kai, but she didn't see that Bayley had made the tag. So Bayley snuck in, rolled her up, small package, 1-2-3. Bayley and Dakota Kai win. So now Adam Pearce has to be the man of his word. He has to give him opportunity in those tag team titles, because he said if he beat them non-title, you will get opportunity against the belt. So let's see when it happens. The LWO took on Judgment Day in a 6-man tag. Selena Vega did a terrible looking jawbreaker. Rhea Ripley went to do like a big boot, and Selena Vega fell down even before Rhea Ripley connected with the big boot. You can look at Rhea Ripley like, what the hell are you doing on the ground already? I gotta even do the move yet. Selena Vega did a snap her Corona on Rhea Ripley outside the ring. Damian Priest just floored Rey Mysterio Santos Escobar with nice running forearms. Then he isolated Rey Mysterio, worked on him Santos Escobar. They isolated him, worked on him for quite a bit. Finally, he tagged out. Rey Mysterio got in. Dominic got in. Rey just whooped Dominic's ass. Dominic had to tag out. Rey was whooping his ass so bad. Finn Balor, who wasn't in the match, when Rey Mysterio went for the 619 on Damian Priest, Finn Balor jumped up and took the hit. That allowed Damian Priest to sit down, chokeslam Rey Mysterio outside the ring apron into the ring for the 1-2-3. So yet again, LWO loses a match. Judgment Day are victorious. Matt Riddle took on Jimmy Uso one-on-one with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso ringside. Couple seconds into the match, Kevin Owens pretended Jey hit him with a steel chair. Now this I hate it. Sami tossed the steel chair to Jey Uso. Jey Uso caught it. Then he knew what was going to happen. Then the referee turned around, thought he had Kevin Owens, so he ejected Jey Uso out of the ring to the backstage. You had a good 2-3 minutes. You could have dropped that steel chair easily. Jimmy Uso was basically 3-on-1. He couldn't get no offense on Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle whooped his ass with like open hand palm strikes, kick strikes. Jamie finally hit a Samoan drop, a super kick, another super kick. Then as the referee was tending to Matt Riddle in the corner, Jimmy exposed the turnbuckle in the corner. Kevin Owens jumped up, smashed him face first into the turnbuckle, allowed Matt Riddle to pick up the win. Seth Rollins took on Solo Sikoa. This is your main event match. It was a good match. I enjoyed this match. To me, this was match of the night. Seth Rollins played the mental game, which was nice. He kept getting Solo Sikoa out of his game. He hit 3 suicide dives through the middle ropes to the outside. Each one he hit on Solo kept hit Solo's back, kept hitting the announce table. That was cool. Seth unloaded a punch combo and clotheslines, but he could not knock Solo Sikoa down. He finally hit that ripcord knee and the forearm to the back of the head, and other clothesline that finally knocked Solo down. Solo at one point, Seth Rollins was running at him, and Sikoa did a nice roundhouse spin kick, just leveled Seth Rollins. Then he just destroyed Seth Rollins, folks. Solo did. Then Solo slapped him across the face. Seth Rollins slapped him across the face. That angered Solo Sikoa. And he almost got disqualified because he was beating up on Seth Rollins in the corner. The referee was doing that 5 count. He almost got disqualified. Then all of a sudden, as Seth Rollins started mounting some offense back again, the Usos attacked. Then all of a sudden, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Matt Riddle ran out. The Raw ended off basically with a brawl going on in the ring. So I guess Seth Rollins won by disqualification. They never really clarified that. Now on to the draft we saw tonight, too. The first few picks from Raw and SmackDown was so predictable. Like, Rhea Ripley was drafted to stay on Raw. That made sense. She's the SmackDown Women's Champion. She's not going to go to SmackDown because Bianca's on SmackDown. She's the Raw Women's Champion. But I noticed they didn't do a title swap. I hope they don't. I hope, like, maybe somebody beats one of them for the title. I got this weird feeling that Zelina Vega, because she's in wrestling Rhea Ripley at Puerto Rico at Backlash this weekend coming up, that it's in the hometown. She's facing Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley's now on Raw. Zelina Vega is now on SmackDown. So I think you're going to see, I got this bad feeling Zelina Vega's going to beat Rhea Ripley and take the SmackDown Women's title to the Brew brand, and Bianca will just keep her Raw Women's title. I don't want to see that. If anybody, Bianca should lose her goddamn title before Rhea Ripley. Seth Rollins is staying on Monday Night Raw. That was predictable because Becky Lynch, his wife, she's on Raw. You know they're not going to split husband and wives up on different shows. Johnny Gargano staying on Raw, which also made sense because Candice LeRae was drafted to Raw on Friday night there. Judgment Day staying on Raw. Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez are going to Monday Night Raw. The New Day are going to Monday Night Raw. Trish Stratus, like, why the hell was she in the draft? She's a part-timer. But anyways, that was a waste of a draft pick, I say so. Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, they're going to Monday Night Raw. To me, honestly, that was another waste of a draft pick for Raw because Ronda Rousey's in deep shit again from mouthing off backstage. So they took her off TV for a bit, and poor Shayna Baszler's being punished for it, so Raw could have used that draft pick for somebody else. Braun Strowman and Ricochet going to Monday Night Raw. Bronson Reed staying on Raw. The Alpha Academy are staying on Raw. Did not break them up in the draft. NXT's Katana Chance and Caitlyn Cutter are coming to Monday Night Raw. And I find this interesting because on NXT, later on this week, they're fighting Isla Dawn and Kaylee Ray, who were drafted to SmackDown Friday night in the draft for the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. But now, is that title match still going to happen? Because technically, one team's on Raw, one team's on SmackDown. They can't be in the NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. So maybe Shawn Michaels is either going to strip him of the titles, or there's going to be like a freeway, or Katana Chance and Caitlyn Cutter will be replaced by somebody else. Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke, with the last 2 picks on Raw when it was going on the air. After Raw went off the air, Raw also selected Piper Niven, Xia Li, Tegan Nox, Roberto Carrillo, Angel Garza. Oh my god, they picked a lot of people. Oh my god, like 17 people they picked. NXT's Odyssey Jones, that was a huge pick for Raw. That guy's like Mike Henry all over, and I like him. Like, he's a big guy, and he can do stuff that a guy his size should not be doing. Kind of like Bronson Reed. They also drafted, oh geez, sorry folks. Like I said, there was a lot of people. They drafted like almost half the other. Oh, Akira Tozawa. He's going to Monday Night Raw. Oh, from NXT, they drafted Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Ida Sheer. Some guy that's on NXT with Jinder Mahal, Veer Mahal. So they're going to Monday Night Raw from NXT. SmackDown. SmackDown drafted Austin Theory. That was predictable because the Intercontinental Champion Gunther is on Raw, so it makes sense Austin Theory is going to go to SmackDown. Charlotte Flair stay on SmackDown. I hated that pick. The Usos are staying on SmackDown. I actually was hoping they would go to Raw, break up this whole bloodline. The LWO, including Rey Mysterio, is staying on SmackDown. That was a good pick. Asuka, she's going to SmackDown. That's good. The Braun Brutes, Sheamus, Ridge Holland, Pete Dunne, they're going to SmackDown. Karrion Kross, that was a waste of a pick, but he's on SmackDown. LA Knight stay on SmackDown. Chelsea Blackheart stay on SmackDown. Pretty Diddley from NXT is called up. That was a huge pick for SmackDown. Super excited for that one. Rick Boogs, he's going to SmackDown. That was cool. I know my good friend Chris Goach is excited for that one. He's probably booging out when he saw that Rick Boogs was drafted to SmackDown. The last two picks SmackDown took were after Raw went off the air. And they picked Tamina Snuka. She hasn't wrestled in months. Of all the women, you could have picked Piper Niven, Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke, Tegan Nox, Xia Li, Gingy from NXT, Jade from NXT, Corey Jade, Tiffany Stratton. You could have probably hired someone from TNA or AEW, and you drafted Tamina Snuka. Ugh. But the last pick SmackDown picked was NXT's Grayson Waller. That's a huge pick. I'm a big fan of Grayson Waller. That guy's got a really good moveset. That roll-up stunner he does when he rolls in the ring, jumps out, hits the stunner's awesome. Just his persona, his Australian accent's hilarious too. I think he's going to do great on SmackDown. I honestly think he will. Yeah, but I was shocked that SmackDown only drafted those two people on Raw Talk, where Raw picked 17 people. But here, now the draft's over with. The roster's going to take effect next Monday. I honestly think that overall, SmackDown's got some good names. Raw's got some good names, but Raw's got way too many people. And I think it's going to backfire on them. You're not going to see people constantly on TV and that. But Baron Corbin was a goddamn draft, and that pissed the hell out of me. I'm pissed off on that. SmackDown drafted Tamina Snuka, Karrion Kross, Charlotte Flair, Cameron Grimes, which hasn't wrestled within a year on NXT. He was drafted up. Anybody, all those picks, you could not have drafted them. You could have drafted Baron Corbin. That SmackDown needs Baron Corbin. Raw needed Baron Corbin, but no. Baron Corbin's a free agent. He's going to wrestle on both shows until somebody decides to hire him on a show. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander weren't drafted. That was a shocker as well. They're free agents. So they're going to wrestle on both shows again. Somebody from NXT wasn't drafted. And Elias wasn't drafted. I can kind of see that. But maybe he'll end up on SmackDown, Rick Boogs anyways. There you have it, folks. Let me know below in the comment section. Basically, are you happy with the draft results? Do you think SmackDown should have took some of those 17 people that Raw drafted during Raw Talk? I think they should have. And honestly, answer. Baron Corbin, should he have been drafted? I say yes. He should have been drafted. I'm shocked he wasn't. Corbin deserves to be in that World Heavyweight Championship tournament on Monday Night Raw. He deserves to be facing Roman Reigns for the Universal title on SmackDown. He's the last guy to beat Roman Reigns one-on-one. So that's telling you something right there. If anybody's going to dethrone Roman Reigns, it should be Baron Corbin. He's got the edge advantage. But nope. Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted poor Dolph Ziggler. That was a shocker. Everybody's talking online about how Von Wagner wasn't drafted and Omos was drafted. Who the hell want those guys on their shows? They're 6 foot, 7 foot tall, basically palm trees that can't wrestle. One was trained with the Great Khali. So that's telling you right there, that ain't good. And the other guy basically does a big boot, double hand choke slam, and a body slam. That's his whole entire move arsenal. And he thinks he's unstoppable, but everybody beats him. So how can you be unstoppable when people beat you? Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.